Sorry, I was trying to get a camera. Oh, Kelly.
This is the worst
thing we've ever done, but it's New Year's, Kelly. Who cares?
Let's start a new year dancing better.
What? Maybe we should take dance classes in 2022.
You did great before the cameras
Before the cameras start rolling. Oh, Kelly, another year.
Okay, do the dip.
Oh, wait, I did and dip. Yes! Oh! Da-da-ba-ba. Yahoo! Oh, yes, we got. Celebrate good times, come on! Hey, that was good. Welcome to Ozarks Fox AM on our final show of 2021.
Who are you?
I have no idea today, Kelly. I'm Jeremy Rabe.
Jeremy Rabe, and thank you for joining us. My goodness, I'm worn out.
I can't. I'm not going to go out New Year's Eve now. I'm done.
You know what?
I'm worn out.
I think we did. I don't know what happened, but we usually dance really well together. We got a bad start right there.
Kelly, it's my fault.
Oh, I got to check my mic already.
Did you lose your? Oh,
excuse me.
Sorry. Here, guys. Let me tell you what happened. As Kelly finds her microphone, I was trying to scooch on camera because I couldn't tell where we were in the camera. I was trying to scooch on before we danced. It was my fault because I was scooching her.
Oh, you were scooching.
Yes.
I didn't know which foot you were starting.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness. Woo!
We can dance at the end of the show to redeem ourselves.
Okay, let's do that. I'm glad that you told me that because usually we're on sync with the dancing. I couldn't figure out what was happening.
Because you know how we were trying to figure out where to start? I said, hey, let me wait and see the monitor because I couldn't figure out where we were.
Scooching
and we were scooching.
Not necessarily to the music.
Yes, not
there
necessarily.
We go.
Kel, we do have some of the world's finest, very expensive grape juice.
I need some alcohol today.
I wish you would have told me that when I went shopping, Kel.
Jeremy, you know better than that.
Because I got this fake champagne.
This is beautiful.
For you, because it's early in the morning and we can have grape juice.
Yeah, I love it.
And I got some. Oh, guys, you know what? I bought this thinking I was going to pop the cork.
Oh.
It is twist.
Oh, that reminds me. We've got something later. I might need a
twist top
twister for you.
Okay, let me just.
Oh, okay.
They put that on. Oh, hey, there was.
I heard that.
Little pop. So
watch it there.
In honor of the new year. Now, by the way, guys, these are come apart. So be careful when you set it down because they're not the strongest things.
Okay.
I just hear Kel.
Did you tell me fake champagne glasses? Is that the word you used?
I did. I think I texted her like fake champagne glasses.
Yes, let's do.
Here, Jesse and Jen, please come over.
Along to our friends, Jesse and Jen.
Well,
come
seriously
on in
though,
here.
be careful.
There you go.
I don't know how to follow up that amazing routine.
Oh, listen,
I think
what a dance number.
The only thing that could really follow that up is if Jesse and Jen slow danced.
That would be. Okay, we gotta scoot over.
I'm just kidding.
We can't
Here you go,
You stop right now.
TJ, here we go.
TJ, come in.
So much. This looks wonderful.
I went to Sky Scudder yesterday, and all of the sparkling grape juice was basically all gone.
Oh,
It was only a few bottles left.
Cheers.
Shall we?
The team is back together. TJ,
Yes.
it's great to see you again.
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody.
Kel?
It's good that we can end the year together, though.
Yes, it is.
Good.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Man, that's really foamy.
Ooh, should I,
Not sure.
when in doubt?
Hey, should we give a toast? Let's give
Yeah.
Give a toast.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I don't even know what I'm saying. I just thought it'd be good to make a toast.
Speaking,
Somebody give a toast.
I'll start, and you guys can finish. A toast to 2022, that it can be a year with more fun. We had some challenges in 2021, but I think we're learning more with the global issues happening. But here on an individual level, we had so much fun with you guys. Thank you for always including us here in Ozarks Fox AM. And I think we have an amazing team here that you see on air and upstairs, and people behind the cameras that you don't see.
Kaylee,
It's been a great year
Natalie,
with our team.
Jake, Marlo.
absolutely.
Who am I forgetting?
Mike, Jeff.
Jeff Putner.
Everyone.
Jeff Thomas, and Natalie
my gosh.
upstairs. So everybody.
So
and
cheers.
Natalie Nunn.
And Natalie.
Yes.
Cheers to our great
Oh,
To a
cheers
whole
to
new
the team.
beginning.
Absolutely.
2022.
To the team, you know.
All things new.
I'm
All
seeing a
things-
2022
Oh,
vision now.
Yeah, let's say it together.
2022.
All
things new.
There you go.
And I
Okay.
can add in
We didn't even rehearse
2021,
that.
not so fun.
Oh, thank you.
2022, all things new. There we go. Let's add that in.
2019, I should have had some ice cream. I don't know.
Should have had more ice cream.
That's it.
good.
We should have gone back. Get our time machine. We need to go back in time. By the way, guys, do you guys have any nice headlines for us today?
Oh, sure. Sure do. Yeah, let's get to those.
I help myself.
Our first one comes from, my goodness.
Chugging that.
Are you sure this is fake? Yeah, I'm not a lightweight. All right. So from Texarkana, Texas, okay? Texarkana. Ever been there?
My cousin lives
I've heard
there,
of it.
and my
Yeah?
friend from college was Miss Texarkana.
No way!
Oh,
This Texarkana.
Wow.
my gosh.
Well, that's amazing.
I can't believe
Well,
it.
You gotta confirm this story.
I think you spilled it. I'm sorry.
If she's still, I don't know if she's still there or not, but it rained fish there yesterday for a few minutes, apparently. Okay? So, yep, sounds crazy, because it is. Around 4:30 p.m. yesterday, a couple of guys who were up to no good working at Ormax, a car dealership in the neighborhood in eastern Texas.
Did you mean to rhyme that?
I did, yeah.
Like Fresh Prince?
I did.
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. Fresh Prince. We know a lot about Fresh Prince here on the show. The clown car here in the studio.
Fresh fish in this case.
Yeah, for sure. So a couple of guys, they were at their car dealership, and they heard some loud noises during a storm. Fish falling from the sky. They could be seen sprinkled throughout the parking lot there at the dealership and on nearby streets. So this raining fish event here, okay, it's believed to be the result of a rare meteorological phenomenon in which a waterspout moves over some water, sucks up some small creatures, fish, frogs, whatever, carries them until they lose their steam, dumps them all over the place of wherever they're at until, the storm kind of
Poor
dies
little
off.
fish.
That's real?
Yeah, well, I asked TJ and he
pulling my
said
leg.
it really is.
No.
You can
It can
ask-
happen.
It's just like if you were going to have debris, like you think of the Joplin
Yeah.
tornado, things were falling from around that area, even closer to us. So things
Yeah,
get sucked
that's
up
true.
and they get
That's not
transported.
something you think about. I'm glad to have this warning because if that happened, I would freak out.
I would think it's like that movie with Tom Cruise where the frogs are falling
Yeah.
from the sky.
Oh yeah, that's a biblical.
That's a biblical. I would
Biblical
think,
story.
girl, it's done.
yeah,
done.
Signed.
Done. You think it's the end.
We're putting that behind us with 2021.
Yeah.
No more of that.
But
Exactly,
With
yeah.
the fish, there is a scientific reason behind it. Then you can check with people who live there
I will
if they've
call.
heard anything about it or
Yeah.
they
Do
saw
that.
fish
people
falling
there.
from the sky.
Isn't that crazy?
I thought they were pulling their leg. at
I
first.
really didn't believe it either.
Yeah,
Free
no,
dinner, just
really happened.
fry some fish.
That's a
Fry some
fish,
fish.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Hold the net.
Honey,
I can fish like that. Yeah. Just fry it. Get some fried fish
Fun
for
fish.
dinner. Yeah. Now I want to take you guys to Minnesota.
I love it.
I love these. I love these.
You should
Where-
never give me this because I won't be able to
I
stop.
know.
I think there's a dog in here just squeaking a toy.
So let's go to Minnesota, where a couple had this great idea of turning a grain bin into an Airbnb.
Oh.
So check this out. This is in Alexandria, in Minnesota. A few years back, Anne and Dave
I love it.
I do
came up with
too.
the idea of using these grain bins. So there is they're about 90 years old, and they created 8 rooms out of those 4 grain bins, and their daughter-in-law is kind of taking care of everything. So the Larsons decided, hey, this would be a good idea. The builders had a little bit of a challenge because they are used to creating spaces that are square with square floor plans, and with this round floor plan, they had a little bit of a challenge, but they made it work. 8 units there. They get a view of the lake and a sunset view as well. Some people also rent this place for weddings. They have a barn where they can do receptions and everything. So pretty cool. And they
I love
said
it.
during the pandemic last year, it was even more popular as people trying to get away and, with a small group of people or maybe just a couple of people. So you can have parties there, or you can just rent out the space and stay in one of those little rooms.
There's their wedding little
Yeah,
area.
there's the wedding
I
venue
love it.
area.
I would love to see what you could do with one of these.
Did you guys
Remodeling.
know that we have a silo home very close to our station here?
Oh, a home.
No way.
do?
There's a home they
Really?
turned to silo. It was on the tour of homes a couple years ago.
Oh, wow.
I have
Okay.
a friend who engineered it.
Yeah.
So they have the silo, which is part of the home, and then they built onto it.
I love
It
that.
is. I got to tour it. It is amazing.
Oh,
Really?
I wanted
so
it.
pretty.
Wow.
And
Yes.
it's pretty close. It's we're on Division. It's I believe it is east of 65.
Okay.
It's on the tour of homes. You
Oh,
would love
I would
it.
love it.
That is so cool.
Is that
Love
at
That's
Christmas
awesome.
time?
No, it's the tour of homes. I can't remember.
Oh.
Is it in the spring maybe?
Okay, nice.
And we got
Okay.
to tour like the different homes that were featured that year of the tour of homes, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Wow.
I
it's
think so.
amazing.
Amazing.
Love
Yeah.
that idea.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
Love that idea.
Yeah.
That's
Let's
so
all
good.
do it together. There we go. All right. That's going to lead us into the news that TJ has for us.
Kelly, have you seen this weather? Does it deserve this? I don't know.
You know what? I think it
I
does.
don't know if it
Well, we'll
does.
save these.
It'll deserve
for
a little
better
more of
weather
this, though.
later.